Cute but deadly, hedgehogs' hidden powers. Do you know that this adorable little creature is, in fact, a master of survival? At first glance, the hedgehog looks almost cartoonish. Round body, tiny legs, bright eyes, and a button-like nose twitching at every scent. To many, it seems like the perfect symbol of harmlessness, even innocence. People around the world keep hedgehogs as exotic pets, taking comfort in their miniature size and their amusing way of shuffling about. But nature rarely tells its full story at first sight. Beneath this cloak of cuteness lies a creature that has survived for millions of years, outliving predators far larger and fiercer than itself. How? By turning its own body into a living fortress, armed with a set of survival tricks that would make even the fiercest predators think twice. In this video, we will reveal 7 astonishing secrets of the hedgehog. These secrets show us how evolution has crafted not just a lovable pet, but a creature of remarkable resilience. From its ability to transform into a ball of spikes to the bizarre ritual of smearing toxins on its spines, every hidden talent of the hedgehog reveals a paradox. The smaller and cuter it appears, the deadlier it becomes to those who dare attack it. Stay with us until the very end, because the 7th secret may completely change the way you see this creature. And if you love discovering the mysteries of the natural world, don't forget to subscribe to Animal Ranking Hub. Together, let's uncover the hidden power of the world's most underestimated survivors. Part 1. The cute illusion. The first and most deceptive secret of the hedgehog is its very appearance. Evolution has given it a form that melts the human heart, round and chubby, with curious little eyes and a gentle snout. When it ambles across the ground, sniffing for insects, it looks more like a toy than a warrior. This is no accident. Such features trigger what scientists call the baby schema, traits like big eyes and small noses that make us instinctively want to protect. To humans, the hedgehog is irresistible. But in the wild, cuteness is a double-edged sword. While it may make humans lower their guard, predators see something else: weakness. A small mammal, hardly bigger than a loaf of bread, must surely be an easy meal for a fox or a hungry owl. And yet, those predators quickly learn that the hedgehog's softness is only an illusion. When threatened, the animal undergoes a dramatic transformation. Its body, which just moments before looked soft and harmless, suddenly bristles with thousands of sharp, hardened spines. In seconds, the hedgehog goes from prey to a prickly puzzle that even the hungriest predator struggles to solve. This contrast, the innocent appearance hiding a deadly defense, is the first great secret of the hedgehog's survival. Cuteness in this case is not just for charm, it is camouflage. It invites the enemy closer, only for the enemy to discover too late that the harmless ball of fluff is anything but harmless. In the world of nature, appearances deceive, and in the case of the hedgehog, that deception has kept its species alive for millions of years. Part 2. The living fortress. If the hedgehog's cute appearance is its first layer of deception, its second and far more impressive secret lies in the fortress it carries upon its back. What look like simple quills are, in fact, thousands of highly specialized hairs, each hardened with keratin and sharpened into a spike. At any given moment, an adult hedgehog can bristle with more than 5,000 spines, each one standing ready to defend its tiny body. Unlike porcupines, hedgehogs cannot shoot their spines. Instead, they employ an even more ingenious strategy. The muscles along their back and sides form a natural drawstring. With a single contraction, the hedgehog pulls tight, and its entire body curls into a perfect ball. The result is a sphere of spikes pointing outward in every direction, like a medieval mace come to life. There is no angle of attack, no soft underbelly exposed. The hedgehog has vanished, replaced by a living fortress. Now imagine a hungry fox or a prowling wolf. At first, they approach with confidence, but the moment they attempt a bite, their jaws meet a mouthful of needle-sharp spines. Even owls, with their powerful talons, often give up after a painful attempt. The hedgehog's armor doesn't need to kill. It only needs to convince its enemies that trying again is not worth the risk. This transformation is so sudden, so absolute, that it borders on the dramatic. One moment, the hedgehog is soft, round, and vulnerable. The next, it is impenetrable. Few animals in the natural world wield such a perfect defense. In this way, the hedgehog teaches us an ancient truth. True strength is not always about attacking. Sometimes survival depends on becoming untouchable. Part 3. Outsmarting predators. Armor alone would not guarantee survival. After all, even the sharpest defenses can be breached if an enemy is determined enough. Yet the hedgehog possesses another secret: the art of patience, strategy, and outsmarting its foes. In the wild, the hedgehog faces a host of predators: foxes that stalk the grasslands, owls that swoop silently from above, and even wolves that roam the night. To these hunters, a small mammal like the hedgehog should be an easy prize. But the moment they strike, they are confronted with a puzzle no amount of brute strength can easily solve. A fox, for instance, may paw at the curled hedgehog, trying desperately to expose its belly. But the hedgehog remains motionless, tucked tightly into its fortress of spikes. Minutes pass. The predator grows impatient. Eventually, the fox slinks away in frustration, defeated not by violence, but by the hedgehog's refusal to yield. Even owls, whose talons can pierce the hides of rabbits, find themselves baffled. They may lift the hedgehog from the ground, but their grip only presses against the spines. After a few painful attempts, they let go, abandoning their meal. Only one predator, the European badger, is skilled enough to truly pose a threat. With powerful claws and an iron stomach, the badger can sometimes pry open the hedgehog's defenses. But even then, the encounter is far from guaranteed success. Most predators learn a painful lesson after their first attempt and never try again. This is the genius of the hedgehog's survival. It does not need to fight, chase, or overpower. It simply waits, silent and unyielding, until the enemy surrenders. In the natural arms race between predator and prey, the hedgehog proves that patience is often the greatest weapon of all. Part 4. The poison trick. As if an impenetrable armor weren't enough, the hedgehog possesses yet another astonishing secret, one that borders on the bizarre. In the world of survival, some creatures fight with teeth, others with venom, and still others with speed. But the hedgehog? It practices a ritual that seems almost alchemical, self-anointing. Picture this scene. A hedgehog discovers a plant rich in toxins, perhaps a poisonous leaf or even the skin of a venomous toad. Instead of avoiding danger, it does the unthinkable. The hedgehog begins to chew, grinding the material into a bitter foam. Then, twisting its flexible body, it spreads this frothy mixture across its spines. The result? A living creature armed not only with sharp spikes, but also with a coating of chemical defense. Any predator that dares to bite risks more than just a mouthful of needles. It may also ingest a dose of poison. Scientists still debate the full purpose of this strange ritual. Some believe it acts as a deterrent, making the hedgehog's spines far more dangerous. Others suggest it may play a role in communication or even parasite control. But one thing is certain: this act transforms the hedgehog from a passive fortress into something closer to a biochemical weapon. To witness a hedgehog foaming and coating its own body is unsettling, almost eerie. It reminds us that even the most innocent-looking creatures can harness the darker powers of nature when survival demands it. In the silence of the night, as predators stalk the shadows, the hedgehog moves slowly through the grass, its spines glistening with a toxic sheen. It is no longer just cute, it is untouchable, an armored survivor laced with poison. Part 5. Not just a pet. Around the world, hedgehogs have charmed their way into human homes. Their small size, their endearing shuffle, and their wide, curious eyes make them seem like the perfect exotic pet. Videos of hedgehogs bathing in tiny tubs or curling up in human hands spread across the internet, fueling the idea that these spiny creatures are little more than living plush toys. But here lies the fifth great secret of the hedgehog. It is not, and never will be, a mere pet. Beneath its cuteness lies a wild animal, shaped by millions of years of evolution to survive on its own terms. Hedgehogs are nocturnal. While their owners sleep, they roam restlessly, driven by instincts to forage for insects, worms, and snails. Their diet is far from simple, requiring variety and nutrients that can be difficult to replicate in captivity. Deprived of their natural menu, hedgehogs can quickly fall ill. And then there are the spines. Though not as dangerous to humans as they are to predators, they are still sharp, still a reminder that this creature's true design is for defense, not cuddling. A hedgehog tolerates handling, but it never truly loses its wildness. Unlike dogs or cats, it was not bred for companionship. Many new owners, charmed by online videos, soon discover the truth. Hedgehogs are not always friendly, not always cooperative, and certainly not toys. They are survivors, carrying the weight of their evolutionary history into every human home. This is not to say they cannot be cared for or appreciated. But to truly respect a hedgehog is to see it as it is, not a novelty, but a creature of resilience, still bound to the rhythms of the wild. What seems like a pocket-sized pet is, in fact, a warrior in disguise. Part 6. Role in the wild. If the hedgehog were only remarkable for its defenses, it would already be an extraordinary creature. But nature has granted it yet another role, one far larger than its tiny body suggests. Hedgehogs are not just survivors, they are guardians of balance within their ecosystems. By night, under the cover of darkness, the hedgehog begins its silent patrol. Its keen nose twitches as it searches for prey. Beetles crunching in the soil, worms writhing beneath fallen leaves, snails inching their way across damp stones. Each catch seems insignificant, a mere snack for a hungry animal. Yet taken together, these meals shape the very landscape around us. Hedgehogs are natural pest controllers. A single individual can consume hundreds of insects in one evening. Farmers in parts of Europe have long considered them silent allies, protecting crops from the relentless onslaught of caterpillars and beetles. Even in suburban gardens, their presence is a quiet blessing, keeping invasive pests in check without the need for human intervention. But here lies the dramatic truth. Remove the hedgehog, and the balance begins to falter. Insects multiply unchecked, plants suffer, and the ripple spreads outward across the ecosystem. The hedgehog, small and often overlooked, is in fact a keystone species, an invisible thread holding the web of life together. And yet, this guardian faces dangers of its own. Roads, habitat loss, and pesticides threaten populations worldwide. In some regions, hedgehog numbers have fallen drastically, a silent decline that most never notice. To see a hedgehog scurrying through the grass is more than a moment of charm. It is a glimpse into a crucial piece of nature's machinery, still turning, still working to keep the night alive and balanced. The hedgehog does not only survive in the wild, it helps the wild itself survive. Part 7. The survival lesson. When we piece together all of the hedgehog's secrets, the illusion of cuteness, the fortress of spines, the patience to outlast predators, the bizarre ritual of self-anointing, the stubborn refusal to be domesticated, and its quiet role in balancing nature, we arrive at one final truth. The hedgehog is not just an animal. It is a lesson in survival. For millions of years, through ice ages, changing climates, and shifting landscapes, the hedgehog has endured. It has never been the fastest. It has never been the strongest. It cannot fly, it cannot climb with ease, and it cannot outrun the swift-footed hunters of the night. By all logic, it should have vanished long ago, lost to the ruthless filter of natural selection. And yet, it remains. Why? Because survival is not always about domination. Sometimes it is about adaptation. The hedgehog's very design is a reminder that weakness can be transformed into strength. Its small size makes it vulnerable, yet it allows the hedgehog to curl into a perfect ball. Its slowness would seem to be a flaw, yet it allows patience and stillness to become weapons. Even its strange behaviors, so easily dismissed as odd, reveal a creativity and defense that few animals can match. For us, the hedgehog becomes more than just a curiosity. It is a symbol, a reminder that even the smallest among us can endure, not by overpowering the world, but by outsmarting it. So, the next time you see a hedgehog shuffling quietly through the grass, remember, you are not just looking at a cute animal. You are looking at a survivor, a creature that has carried its secrets across the ages, teaching us that resilience often comes wrapped in the most unexpected forms. The hedgehog is proof that in nature, true strength often hides beneath the cloak of innocence. And so, our journey into the world of the hedgehog comes to a close. What began as a simple exploration of a small, spiny creature has revealed something much greater, a story of survival, of resilience, and of the hidden genius of evolution. The hedgehog, with its innocent eyes and unassuming size, has shown us that appearances deceive. Beneath that round and gentle shape lies a fortress of spines, a strategist of patience, and even a wielder of chemical weapons. It is not just a pet, not just a curiosity, but a guardian of ecosystems and a teacher of life's most profound lesson, that true power is not always loud, not always violent. Sometimes it is quiet, steady, and enduring. In a world where we often mistake size for strength, the hedgehog stands as living proof that survival belongs not only to the mighty, but also to the clever, the adaptable, and the persistent. If you've enjoyed uncovering the 7 hidden secrets of this extraordinary animal, make sure to subscribe to Animal Ranking Hub. Here, we continue to explore the wonders of the wild, ranking the fiercest, the strangest, and the most inspiring creatures on our planet. Because in nature, even the smallest animals can carry the greatest stories. And sometimes, the most powerful lessons come wrapped in the soft shuffle of a tiny survivor, bristling with silent strength. Thank you for watching. And until next time, remember, the wild still has secrets waiting to be revealed.